couple things I want to talk about on Impact tonight. Don't want to take up most of your time here, but I just want to talk about a few things. The first thing being Samoa Joe being the next member in the TNA Main Event Mafia, like the front line, I guess you can call them. Well, it's funny because the tides have turned, because remember, the Main Event Mafia was the group that wanted to take over TNA. They wanted to take it over from Jeff Jarrett, who at the time was having troubles with Mick Foley, and Foley was having troubles with Sting, who was, the head of the Main Event Mafia. It was just so good. It was just so good back in 2008. I don't know what happened, but you gotta, if you really think about it, you'll understand exactly what happened. But Samoa Joe being the next member in the Main Event Mafia, it was very predictable to see. He had a match with Mr. Anderson in which he made Mr. Anderson tap out, gaining 10 points in the BFG series. It's funny because I remember Samoa Joe being in the first BFG series and he was in the negatives. He kept getting himself disqualified and all that sort of stuff. And that was back when he was like a badass heel. I mean, I like Joe as a heel. I mean, when he was doing that Nation of Violence thing that he had when the Mafia was going on before he actually ended up joining. I don't remember exactly when. I do want to say it was Slammiversary. I'm not 100% sure on that. I believe it was the King of the Mountain match. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. But when Joe turned heel for the first time in 08 when he did it with the Nation of Violence thing, I liked it. I thought that was definitely going to work, and it did. Joining the Mafia, so Joe is not a stranger to the Main Event Mafia. Joining Kurt Angle and Sting was definitely it was definitely predictable, but it was definitely needed because it looks like the Main Event Mafia is going to build up from here, and I wouldn't doubt if somehow later on down the road they get AJ Styles to join. Or I'm sure this thing of him being, there's no true hero in TNA. I don't think that's gonna last very long, just because I don't think TNA wants to copy WCW entirely. But Joe being the next member of the Main Event Mafia. Thank you for interrupting my video, by the way. Thank you, asshole. But Joe joining the Mafia was definitely necessary to see. It was pretty cool to see actually too, because I've been a Joe fan for I don't know how long now, and well, I'm not gonna say he's in my top 5, but I'm definitely a fan of him, and I'm glad to see him actually gain some credibility. But I don't understand exactly what's gonna go on here. He's still in the BFG series. Is he gonna be the front? The front line of the Main Event Mafia, so that he could be the one to take the title from Bully Ray. And speaking of taking the title from Bully Ray, the last thing that I want to talk about is the suicide debacle. The entire show tonight was focused on this suicide debacle. If you haven't seen it already, I'll include a link in the description. TNA uploaded a 50-second clip hyping up tonight's show, with Suicide winning the X Division title in the first match of the night from Chris Sabin in a triple threat match with Kenny King. Then they did the stupidest thing ever by having Hulk Hogan walk out with the person that they said played Suicide, keyword here, for years. For years. You're meaning to tell me when Suicide was thought of, when he was brought in, I'm not going to say a year because I'll make myself sound stupid. I believe it was in 08 if I'm not mistaken. 08 or 07, I'm not sure. I think it was 08. I'm not very good with my years. My real fans know that. But the fact that they brought out the Suicide that plays him now, and the fact that they said that he's been playing them for years, makes me want to put a bullet in my head. First of all, we're not counting Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, or Kiyoshi, for that matter. The 3 other Suicides, back when Kazarian, I believe, was the first one, then it was Daniels, and I think it went back to Kazarian, then it went to Kiyoshi when Kazarian wanted to unmask and make himself a star. They wanted to keep the Suicide character going, and I think this is going to be the last episode with Suicide, but I guess TJ Perkins is the one that's playing Suicide now, or at least played. I'm not 100% sure if they're going to keep the Suicide angle going now that we know who's under the mask, but they focus this entire show. Who's the Suicide that attacked TJ Perkins in the locker room? Who did that stuff? And, we saw a backstage thing with Bully Ray and TJ Perkins trying to do the same thing. Hey, who the hell was doing, who the hell beat you up? And he's like, I don't know. We found out towards the end with Bully Ray and Hulk Hogan being on the same side for one time only. And we heard the voice of Austin Aries. He is your new X Division champion, and the inventor of Option C, which has definitely become a meme in the IWC. So, it would have been. I'm not gonna say it would have been predictable because it wasn't really. If you haven't seen the spoilers already, or if for that matter you didn't watch the 50-second clip, because you can kind of tell before he takes off the mask, you can kind of tell who it was. But to be honest, I'm glad Austin Aries is getting kind of pushback. I'm glad. I hope to see him as a world champion again, and this is probably going to break up their tag team with his tag team with Bobby Roode. But for that matter, I don't care. I want to see Austin Aries as a credible babyface with a world championship reign. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think they're going to have Bully retain, and then whoever wins the Bound for Glory series, which is probably going to be Jeff Hardy, beat Bully Ray for the belt. And well, look on the bright side. At least they're not doing Bully Ray versus Hulk Hogan. So look on the bright side there. I mean, that was TNA's original plan, was to give the belt to Hogan, but hey, bravo, TNA's they're increasing value each and every day, aren't they? Anyway, that's about it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me your thoughts and everything down in the comment section below. What do you guys think about Austin Aries being the new X Division champion? And what do you think about him getting a title shot against Bully Ray at Destination X, the pay-per-view that he made famous with his Option C? Let me know what you guys have to say, everything down in the comment section below. And I am out. Perry the Entertainer signing out. Peace.